Many people still have a hangover from what was billed as the fight of the century. Floyd Mayweather won a unanimous decision over Manny Pacquiao, but the fight for many fans was far from electrifying. Mayweather fought in a defensive, methodical style, and it was later revealed that Pacquiao fought with a right shoulder injury. The fight drew millions of viewers, some of them paying more than $100 to watch on TV. Many of them are disappointed. Some analysts are saying the so-called fight of the century could have damaged the sport and not saved the sport. Well, joining us to discuss the big fight, or as some are calling it, the big flop, is Brandon Robinson. He's a sports writer at The Source magazine. Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
Hey, stranger. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You're wearing the light powder blue tie very well. I like that.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so they said this was going to be the fight of the century. We've been waiting for it for years.
5 years.
Yeah. And it was like, wah, wah.
Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah. It was obviously Mayweather won by decision. Two different scores, different judges scored them differently, but Mayweather.
But it was a unanimous decision.
It was a unanimous decision. But you know, Mayweather definitely came out a little anxious. He and Pacquiao came out a little anxious, but you know, in the end. He had good defense, and Pacquiao did get him on the ropes, and it just didn't really work out for Pacquiao. But Mayweather, good businessman, and a good showing for himself.
I want to talk about Mayweather as a person and a character in just a second, but are the numbers out? How much did this fight make?
I know that the guys made in excess over $100 million each. Yes, and
I'd like to be able to go to a job where I lose and make $100 million. That wouldn't be bad.
Only in America.
I'm telling you.
Yes, you know, so definitely a lot of sponsors involved, and you know, people couldn't even get their service up and running in time for some.
Lots of problems with the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Do we know what happened, or they just couldn't handle the demand? What happened?
Listen, when you have the biggest fight of the century, you have some. What did Biggie and Puffy say? More money, more problems. The more money people spend, you know, spending $99 for the fight, the more the servers overworked, and you know, it took a while for people. The fight actually started a little late. And, you know, people did see 12 rounds, and the only way Pacquiao was going to win is if he knocked out Mayweather.
And that's probably what it was going to take for this to be, you know, the big savior of sport that it needed to be, right?
It did.
But let's also talk about the two men, Pacquiao and Mayweather. Mayweather won the fight. So here's my question. Is he the right character, the right person to lead boxing back into the mainstream?
Based upon revenue, yeah. I don't think Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali could hold a candle to the type of revenue that Mayweather is able to bring.
But I wonder if he's going to capture imagination. I mean, you know, you've got Muhammad Ali and gosh, you just go down there, Joe Frazier and Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. And I'm not even a boxing fan, and I know these names, but they captured people's attention.
I think the evolution, you know, you go from the Pretty Boy Floyd mantra when he was under Golden Boy, when he was managed under the team of another popular boxer that he feuded with, and De La Hoya, and then you know he leaves them and goes the independent route. I think it's a sign of the times where you go independent. You know, you form your own team, you put the fights together, you book it. And I think that when you look at guys like Ali, you look at guys like Frazier, those guys were good boxers during a time, you know, civil rights movement, during a time when people wanted a hero, they wanted to root for a guy. I think now in the digital age that we live in, I think that Manny and Floyd represent something else. Obviously, even Pacquiao taking a selfie before he entered the ring.
Taking a selfie, you know what one of them should have done?
What?
Bit the other's ear. Then we'd be talking.
See what happened was.
When's the rematch? Are they talking about that yet?
I think there'll be a rematch. Obviously, Floyd is saying that he has one more fight under contract, and you know he said he wants to retire. He's 47-0, 48-0. If he wins, he'll still be undefeated. I think they're going to make people to fiend for it for a little bit. Yeah, and I think it'll happen.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. Brandon Robinson, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, see you soon.
Yes, ma'am.